guess what time it is? Come on, guess what time it is? It's BATTORU! BATTORU time! BATTORU! Okay, Selector, Spread, WIXOSS, okay? That's exactly what time it is, okay? It's BATTORU time, but it's, Season 2, come on! Now, everybody should know by now how hyped I am for this episode. If you were with me a long time ago, around in winter season, a long time ago, you probably know how hyped I was for this series, and then when the ending finale of the final episode and all that, I was like, whoa! I was just, yeah, you know how I was. I was like spasming out because that freaking bitch slap was so sore at the final episode of Selector infected WIXOSS. I still feel the soreness on my cheek right now. I still feel it. So, anyway, Selector Spread WIXOSS. Oh. Gotta love that atmosphere. You gotta love that atmosphere, the music, and Iona. Oh, Iona. Okay. So, besides that, let's talk about this episode. The episode, pretty much for the most part, continues off where the finale left us at in Season 1, and we get to see, the gang Hitoe, we get to see Ruko, we get to see Yuzuki, all of them doing the little antics and talking after the aftermath of what happened to Tama and what Iona did. Pretty much, that's what this episode centers on. It pretty much is set up, build up, and Chiori actually has more of a presence in this episode. And from what I'm getting from this episode is the little lolly girl Chiori is going to have a bigger importance in Season 2 than she had in Season 1. Season 1, she only popped up once or twice. She wasn't really important at all. But with the opening song, it shows a lot more, selectors. So I'm guessing, majority of the selectors that were thrown off to the side burner in Season 1 are going to play a bigger role in Season 2. Technically, I'm guessing since this is going to be the final season of Selector Spread WIXOSS. So, my theories of how I felt about the series. Since the title has changed to Selector Spread WIXOSS, I theorized that the entire game of WIXOSS was going to spread into the real world since the aftermath of what happened with Iona and Ruko. When we got to see their battle, we saw how the battle actually was going out into the real world. We saw that. So, pretty much, I still believe those theories. I believe all that stuff that went down, and still all the theories I had stand to this very moment. Now, the thing is, okay, with this episode, Iona says that she's going to change Ruko. She's going to change her. She's going to change her to an actual wish that can come true. And that music at the end of this episode, when you heard that fucking music come on, oh my god, did you hear that music? It didn't even sound like the same anime when I heard that music. I'm like, they're not even trying to hide it. They're not even trying to hide that this series isn't dark. The series is dark, okay? Season 1, majority of people, even me, myself, I looked at the series like it was an average card game. Majority of Chibits probably know if they watched my reviews of that. I thought of it as an average card game anime. And it was hidden behind the dark elements. It was. The dark elements were hidden behind the card game aspect of the series. And with this episode, it's like they don't care anymore. They're just going to show you the dark themes. You can already see the dark vibes coming off this series from this episode. You saw it with Iona, with her entire conversation and the music and the background animation. I'm like, oh my god. So, for one thing I want to say is they did a damn good job with this episode. It definitely got my hype levels back up again for this series. I am looking forward to Episode 2 of Selector Spread WIXOSS. And the music soundtrack is so damn good. Oh my god, the opening song. That opening song. Yeah. And then the ending song is pretty damn good too. If you haven't listened to them yet, if you skipped over them and you just want to watch the episode, I recommend go back and actually listen to them because the songs are pretty damn good. I actually like them. So, with this episode, Iona pretty much talks to Ruko and says that, oh, you haven't given me up. You could easily tear me up, throw me away, or whatever, and you wouldn't have to deal with me anymore, and Ruko could stop battling. But Ruko still has not given up her, wish. She still wants to save everybody. She still wants to save Yuzuki. She still wants to save Hitoe. She wants to save Tama. She wants to save everybody. She has not given up that wish at all. You have it to where Iona is trying to change that aspect of Ruko in this, and eventually I think it's going to lead her down the wrong path and turn her into a card, for instance, an LRIG. Now, one thing though, what happened to Tama? That's the big question we have to wonder right now. What happened to Tama? Where did she go? She's in the opening song, so she's there. She has a presence still. And you gotta love the little bit of hints in this episode. For instance, you see Ruko have a flashback this series has been very, I guess, foreshadowish. Like, it loves foreshadowing, and it loves having these different visions and flashbacks with individual scenes through it. I mean, Selector Infected WIXOSS did this too, and now Selector Spread WIXOSS is doing it also. You see a flashback with Yuzuki, Hitoe, Ruko, and you see Tama sitting on a bench. The reason I know it was Tama is because you can tell by the ribbon in her hair, the white ribbon. If you look, you will see that it's Tama as an actual human, not as a card. And so, there's been a lot of theories. I remember a lot of people brought up that, you know, Ruko in the past, I forget the exact theories, I forget the exact aspect of them, but, I mean, supposedly people are saying Ruko lost her memories, Tama used to be a part of the group with Ruko, and she got turned into a card, or, I guess Ruko was once a card, and, you know, Tama was actually in that body. I've heard different theories like that, I forget exactly how they went, but either way, the episode is promising, the series looks badass, it doesn't seem like the writers of the series has forgotten what the true roots of this series is, it actually is dark, and so if you get to watch this episode, go give it a damn watch. This is Season 2, so if you're a first-time viewer of this, go watch Selector Infected WIXOSS, go watch that first. So, you have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Now the fall season is kicking up with a fucking bang, because we got BATTORU! BATTORU! Yeah, BATTORU. Okay, Chibi out.